To the CCHL this weekend in Skate Frederick in Frederick, Maryland. And we have the number 2 and the number 3 seed team are both our Richmond Generals. Richmond Generals Harrington, which are going to be in white, and the Richmond Generals for Coleman are going to be in blue. And we'll be broadcasting from our side of the bench today due to the black netting, so we can give our viewers the best possible view that we possibly can of today's semifinals. Now, the winner of this game will go to the championship, which will be at 4:55 this evening Eastern Time. So the winner of the last game that played before us, they'll have an extra hour than what we have for recovery. And then we'll all prepare to head back to Richmond after that. And hopefully we'll be able to beat the snow that comes in this evening. We'll be getting this game underway in about another minute and 5 seconds. I just got an update of the other game that's in the other rink. That's number 1 and the number 4 seed team, which is Victory Red and Woodbridge. They are, Victory Red is up by 4-3. Just about 30 minutes ago, it was 4-0 Victory Red. So we'll know by the time we end our game who will be going to the championship game. And our Generals for Harrington will be packing the bag and lining everybody up to break the sound so that we can get the game underway. We're going to get first-hand overview right now of our Generals Harrington team. Just got new news where they're going to have one ref for this game. Richmond Harrington has sounded off and they're ready to play the game. And starting lineup for Harrington, which is in white, will have Saxton, Sumner, and Sellers on the front with Tanner and Pearson on defense and Cooper in net. This right now is a battle for Richmond to see who's going to go to the championship game this evening. Referees came over for pucks. We don't have pucks, so we're going to have to use one from Harrington to be able to get this game underway. This place is getting excited. Goalies have given it them. Saxton on center for the Gens. Face-off win goes over to blue. Scaria takes it back to the lower board. He's going to pick that up for Coleman. Right off the stick of Sumner. Sumner over to Saxton's a fire. Denied there by the goalie for Coleman. Jans at the high side point to Tanner. Tanner tries to take it but whiffs. Gets it again and sends one down. Right off the stick of Saxton. He with the poke check by Scaria. Goes back to the high side point over to Beck. Beck tries to go around. Tanner denies that. Right around mid-ice. Sellers with a stronger hand there. Takes it on back. Sutton takes it back off the board. Right down below there. Sellers back off Saxton. Beck's going to send that right off the our side board back in the hands of Pearson. Pearson sends it opposite side ice over to Tanner. Tanner goes around one. He's going to have open ice. He's going to fire one down off the pad and around from blue. Back to our side. Picked up by Pearson. He's going to dump it to the opposite side wall. Harrington is there. Just right out of reach of Davis. Davis is going to pick this up beyond the blue line. He's going to go around one. Left side. Shoot on goal there. Denied with a face. Ooh. Come back through by Harrington. Harrington goes up by one. So White Harrington goes up 1-0. That was a rebound off of the original shot, and Harrington on the opposing side with the follow-through for the goal. Back on center, we got Davis. Face-off win goes over to blue. Picked up by Coleman. Bass is right behind. Walton sends it on down with a poke check through the middle. He still has control, sends it high. Right off the own defensive player, back in the board with Smythe. Smythe is going to take this, going to go around the lower side board and around, but it's held in the lower board there by Coleman. Coleman goes into Walton. Walton shoes high and wide and out of play. Puck. All right, in the lower corner, looks like we're going to have Cooper on center. Morrison on defense with Weiss through the center. Weiss picks it up very quickly, comes right down the middle, jumps it right outside the left-hand side ice off the pad up there. Christian back in the hands of Severs for blue. Comes back to mid-ice. You got Cooper. He's going to send that down. We got to get back, which we do. Severs picks that up for blue. Going right through mid-ice, all the way down. Goes past beyond Smythe. Sutton picks that up. He's going to try to come back to the middle. He misses Chingus and goes back to mid-ice. Over the hands of Scaria. Scaria goes over to opposite side, over to Gregory. Gregory dumps that right behind Cooper. Picked up by Sutton. Morrison is back there with Saxton. Saxton tries to go. Clear to Cooper, right over to Saxton to mid-ice. Saxton takes it opposing ice with a poke check there by Chase. Sumner with a shot on goal and picked up by the goaltender for Coleman. Face-off win by Saxton. So Sellers with a fire and denied there by Coleman. Saxton sends it around. High side point to Tanner. Tanner sends one down low. Denied there by Coleman's goalie. Tanner holds, sends it over. Mitchell's just a little out of the way. Misses that opportunity. Picked up quickly by Walton. Back in the hands of Walton from Mitchell. Goes all the way down to the lower board. Tanner quickly goes by and gets it. Sends it up. Sumner with a quick hand over to the center ice. Backhand by Chase. Picked up quickly by Sumner. With the back poke check there from Salamone. And he sends it all the way down for the Blue Jays. Going to be waved off. Picked back up by Mitchell. Has an opportunity to skate it. Sutton tries to come down, put some pressure right off the stick of Saxton. He's going to dump that down low and get some fresh legs on the ice for Harrington. They go all the way around. Davis is there to send it back beyond the blue line. Goes right behind Coleman's goalie. Picked up by Severs. Severs over to Coleman. Coleman right in the hands of Sellers. Sellers skates right around 2, right into Bo. Tanner picks that up. Right in the back hands of Coleman over to Sutton. And they dump it down to our side of the ice. It's going to be an icing call on Coleman. So Harrington will get it in our offensive zone. And we'll have Davis on center for the Harrington. With Harrington and Bass. With Morrison and Pearson on defense. Lower board picked up quickly by Severs. Tries to dump it across the board. Comes back to center. Backside picked up by Scaria for Blue. Just out of the reach of Coleman. Goes all the way down past Morrison. Wave that off. They're going to have there. Morrison's going to look up. He's going to send it up the boards. Ballot comes away with Sutton. Sutton sends one. Pad saved by Cooper. All the way back round by Jens for Harrington, which will be an icing call. 10:18 remaining in the first. And Harrington lead 1-0.
Frederick won 4-3.
Just in right now, Frederick won 4-3 on the last semifinal. So victory red. Frederick goes to the championship, and the winner of this game will see them tonight at 4:55. Harrington coming right out of the gate, opposite side ice, goes around Coleman, tries to find someone in the center, but loses it right off of his stick. Comes to the high side point there with Smythe. He kicks it down low. Salamone returns, goes back to center ice. Walton tries to pick it up, but Davis takes it right back from him. Goes all the way down through one. Poke check by Coleman, which is Salamone. Back in the hands of Bass off of his stick. Over to Tanner. Tanner goes over to Harrington. They try to send it back through the center, and Bass picks that up for White. Right in front of us it is with Chingus and Davis. Walton puts a little bit of love. Bass is going to do a back check right into Walton. Davis comes away with that. Oh, it's going to be a tripping call on Walton from behind, but it's not going to be called. We finally got our second ref out on the ice. Picked up quickly there by Coleman. Chingus is going to send that down. They're going to get a fresh set of legs while Smythe is going to be right behind. Walton puts a little bit of back check right into Smythe. Picked up quickly by Davis. Skates around 1. Skates around 2. Around 3. Oh, just right off of his stick goes into the lower board. Back in the hands of Coleman. Smythe picks it back up, sends it right back down to the lower board. Cooper sends that back over to Davis. Cooper goes to the middle. Nobody's at home. Right off the skate of Coleman. Tanner sends one down. Cooper tries to send that in. And Landon, the goaltender for Coleman, scoops that right up. Get a line change here for Harrington. Got Cooper, Christian, and Weiss on the front line. With a stalemate, Cooper goes down. Picked back up quickly, picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell goes over off the skate of Pearson. You got Nick Farrell coming right from behind. Joel Weiss has the opportunity coming up mid-ice. Passes it right over to Christian. Christian holds. Goes right down. Has a shot on goal right out of the glove of Coleman's goalie. Back in the hands of Farrell. He tries to send it. Cooper tries to use the glove, but just barely misses. Sends it down to the lower board. Fired shot by Beck, denied by Cooper. Back up, Cooper is in front there. Christian's from behind. Christian dumps one to the opposite side, lower board. Cooper holds, sends one down just underneath the glove of Landon. Always back around to the high side point, but nobody's at home. So we pick that up from Mitchell. Mitchell's going to scan the ice. Tries the pass over to Saxon, the way in front. Picked up by Chase on the opposing team. Sends that right down to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to send it right up the board. He's got Saxon. He's got Sellers wide open. He almost connected. Sellers going to have to go back. He's going to go back to the center there. Nobody's at the high side center. Picked up quickly by Trip Walton on Coleman. Goes around one. Goes back to that. It's a shot on goal denied. Picked up by Cooper. That was a Trip Walton and a backhand to his own player, Orn, denied by Cooper. Face-off win to Sexton. Right out of the gate, Sellers takes it. Opposite side ice. Huge shot on goal. Pad save by Landon. Picked up by Orn. Great poke check by Saxton. High side to Sellers. Shot on goal. Glove save, Coleman.
Last name, Calderwood. Okay, if you need it. Yeah. Calderwood. It's much easier. I'm not quite sure.
Saxton's on center. Stalemate there. Quickly going into the hands of Coleman. Shangus go over to Sutton. Sutton takes it down opposite side ice. Has a shot on goal, high and wide and around. Severs holds the point for Blue. Another shot on goal, wide right. Picked up by John Sumner. Backhand just wide right. Denied there. Into the corner, picked up quickly by Blue again. Sutton tries to come around too. Great job with the poke check by Sellers. Right off the races. He has an open shot. Oh! Glove off the glove of Calderwood and back into the hands of Coleman's Gens. Right off the stick of Smythe. Sellers is in great position again. He's got everybody coming off the bench chasing him. Oh, there's a defensive side there by Calderwood up to the center. Nobody for the Gens in white were there to follow the trace. And counters all the way back down. Going to be an icy call on Gens Blue, and Harrington will be in the offensive zone. 5:51 remaining in the first. Davis is going to be on center for Harrington. Face-off win by Davis, but quickly in the hands of Beck, but back in the hands of Tanner with a shot on goal. Just wide right. Another shot there. It's in! Woo! Another shot by Davis right through the right-hand skate of Calderwood. And Harrington goes up 2-0. Richmond Generals, Harrington. Same lines out, Harrington, Davis, and Bass. Defensive side, we got Mitchell and Tanner. Face-off win there with the stalemate. Quickly back in the hands of Salamone for Coleman. Picked up quickly by Sutton. Davis is battling there, 2-on-1. Picked up in the corner with Sutton. He tries to go around Davis. He tries to put a nice hold. Uses the board, goes to high side point. Salamone rips one right off of the blocker by Cooper and up off the glass. Back around by Cooper, picked up by Tanner, sends it up the boards. That is hell, but oh, quickly there by JT Harrington with the poke jack. Takes control, he's got Bass in the center. Blocker saved by Carter with the follow through. With the follow through there, Harrington from the opposite side with Bass. Put another one in. 3-0 Harrington. Now our starting line for this face-off, we got Cooper, Weiss, and Christian with Morrison and Pearson in defense. Going to get a restart here. Cooper with a face-off win. He comes out and gets his own defensive rebound there off of that. There's a bump and save there by Severs. Back to the follow-through. Two people ran right into the goalie for Calderwood. And back in the hands, opposite side, go through Walton. And they're going to stop play. Calderwood is down. We've got to get and check on him. Coaches are out. Players are there. I hope he's okay. We'll get a review here. Calderwood is up. Helmet's off. Talking to the coach and players. Looks like he's going to be okay, thank goodness. Yeah, Calderwood is getting up, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going to stay in the game. .446 remaining in the first. Generals Harrington up 3-0. Whistle is in position here. The players are going to take the ice. Same lines as we had last time. Cooper, Christian, Weiss, Pearson, and Morrison on defense. Cooper on center. Over to Harrington. They send it to the opposite side of the boards. Back in the hands of Farrell for blue. They go to center. Have Beck there. Denied by Cooper in a cover. Cooper with a face-off win. He goes down. Backside by Pearson. Sends that up to mid-ice. Salamone returns that down. Blues got to go back. Picked up by Pearson. Right behind Cooper. Sends it up the opposing wall. All the way down. Back through. Blues got to come off. Joel's there. Picked up quickly by Sutton. Sutton goes down to the defensive side. Oh, Joel put a nice little poke check on it, but just wasn't enough. Back in the hands of Coleman Blue. They control in their defensive zone. Christian tries it with a great poke check. Cooper holds back into Christian's hand. You got Saxon going in the middle. He's only going to get off. Has a huge, he was going to take a shot, but doesn't. Saxon tries to go back behind. Cooper's there. Lower board. He's going to take it to the high side point. Pearson's going to hold back to Cooper. Cooper's got Saxon on the high side. Cooper takes a whiff. Back to the high side point for reset. Saxon's calls for it wide open, but nobody's at home. Saxon's in the lower board. Tries to send that, but Blues sends that one all the way down for an icing call, and the Harrington will have face-off in our offensive zone. Saxon on center for the Gens with Sumner and Sellers. Win goes over to Coleman. Scaria sends that one all the way up to Orrin. Nice hold by Sellers. Saxon goes to the lower board. He's got Sumner in the middle. Backhanded Sellers. Sellers fires over blocker's shoulder, and that's in. 4-0 Generals Harrington. Same lines that were just out there, except defense has changed. We got Tanner and Smythe. Face-off win goes to Coleman. Severs tries to take it. Denied by Sellers. Great poke check by Saxon. Severs sends that up. Tanner is there. He sends one down off the pads of the goalie. Saxon's there with the backhand, but denied there by Severs. Back side by Chengus in the hands of Smythe. Oh, Smythe takes a whiff on that opportunity for a shot and puts it back in the hands of Chengus with a quick poke check by Tanner. Down to lower corner board. Tanner's going to take that around. He's got Sutton coming through. He's going to take that. Right defensive side by Smythe to take that shot away. Great hold by Severs, but quickly returned over to Sumner. Sumner tries to take that down, but Scaria takes a poke check, takes control. Sumner and Chengus have an opportunity. Here comes Sutton right through, takes control. Pad saved by Cooper, comes right to the middle off the rebound, right off the boards, and quickly backhand by Tanner. And they're off to the races. Seller opposite side ice. Two defensemen there, has a shot all the way around. It's going to hold there by Davis. He has it. Sumner's right in the middle, so is Sellers. Davis takes it around with a quick chip right off the side of Sellers' stick in the opposite side net over the shoulder of the goalie. Harrington score again, 5-0. What an unbelievable geometry test that was. No, that's Team Harrington.
98%.
Davis again on center. Sent back up by Pearson. Points try to be held by Salamone. Right off the knee pads of Davis. Down to the lower corner and back around by Pearson. He's going to send that right off the board. Back beyond the blue line center. Got Bass close to us with Salamone. Corey comes right behind. Oh, that's a tackle by Salamone, but no call. Picked up quickly by Farrell. Farrell goes opposite side over to Walton. So it'll be an offsides call. Davis, Harrington, and Bass on your front line with Mitchell and Pearson on defense. Davis with the face-off win, quickly opposite side. Board sent right down by Severs. Lower side, you got Pearson and Sutton battling for the puck. Backhand by Harrington. High side pad saved by Cooper. Comes to the point. Harrington's going to send that one all the way down. It's going to be an icing call on the Generals for Harrington. And right now, 5-0. Going to have a running clock.
Not till third period, right? No, it's running clock. No, it's running clock.
It's now. Yeah, he signaled it.
Cool.
Davis again on center. Face-off win goes to Davis. Back in the lower board by Smythe. Sends that around. You got Bass in the corner. Sends that right up to Davis. Davis right through center ice. Oh, tries to go around Severs, but great poke check by Severs to take that away. That ends the first period of the semifinal game of Harrington against Coleman. And Harrington leads 5-0. Have 1 minute intermission, and we'll be right back with the puck drop for the second period. Our Richmond Generals Harrington has done sound off, and our players are ready for a second period to start.
Sorry, I was looking. There was rules here too.
We're going to have Cooper, Weiss, and Christian on the front line with
I saw it somewhere, not on that page.
Tanner and Pearson on defense.
That's what I was looking at. So that's why I didn't
Go start of the second period. Here we go. Face-off win by Cooper. Quickly back in the hands of Cooper. Goes down. He still controls, has a shot on goal, and Cooper scores. Generals Harrington go up 6-0. Face-off win, stalemate there. Cooper goes back. He has another opportunity, takes it down. Defensive side with a poke check, takes it around. He goes backhand to center, right off the stick of the goalie. Blue sends it up to the high side point, picked up by Gregory. Over to Chengus. Tanner's there to quickly return the opportunity. Right through center ice, he's going to scan. Goes around one. Tries to look back. He's got a point side high. Cooper's there, tries to deny. We've got to get off, which we don't do. Back in the hands of Salamone for Blue. Goes over to Chengus. Back in the hands of Walton. They're going to advance. Great save by Cooper. Gregory picks that up for Blue. And Pearson is there to take the defensive side. Oh, just a little too hard from Pearson off the wall. He was trying to get that puck over to Weiss for the advancement, but just too far ahead. Jens White iced the puck. We'll go in our defensive zone on the next face-off.
No, there is a goalie. There is a goalie cheat. Okay, so that's 91, right? 91. Is 91 in that down there? Is 91 in that down there? Like the goalie catch?
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be face-off win by Blue. The high side point. Sellers is there. He takes it away. Off to the race. It's going to be a one-on-one here. Sellers over the side of the glove of Coleman's goalie. And
I don't think there is. We'll look, but I don't think so.
Saxon on center. Face-off stalemate, quicked up by Beck. Beck goes back to Severs. Severs tries to return it to Beck. Defensive smite, sends it back down to our side of the ice. Returned by Blue, picked up by Smite. Saxon is calls for it. Oh, the backhand quickly to Sumner. Sumner dumps it down low, off to the races in the lower board. Scuria does a backhand, opposite side ice. Sellers and Beck is over on the our side. Sellers quickly comes away with it. Comes back to center side, off of Sumner's stick. And another opportunity there, just not enough on the stick to be able to keep it. Smythe tries to send that down. Farrell sends that right up. He runs right into the post on the corner. And another Coleman player is down. Come on, Nick, get up, buddy. His shoulder hit that foam side of the bench on his way down. So we'll get a restart. 12:36 remaining in the second. Harrington's on center. Face-off win by Harrington. Over to Davis. Davis with the backhand down to us. Chase back. All the way back down. All the way off of Harrington's stick. Huge shot from the point. Save by Coleman. Harrington again with the face-off. Out to the side, picked up quickly by Sellers. Now the high side there with Tanner. Tanner does the backhand right over to Mitchell. Mitchell sends that down to Bass. Bass sends one on the opposite side ice. Picked up quickly there from the defensive side for Blue. Bass is going to keep it. He's going to send that back to middle. Oh, he had Cooper opposite side and just threw his stick. Another shot, post and out by Harrington. Down through the middle. Here we go. We've got Tanner. Great poke check there on Walton. Going to be an offsides on Blue. Cooper's on center. Face-off stalemate, quickly punched out from the start, all the way down. Picked up by Sievers for blue. Goes back to center. Cooper is there. He takes it away. Goes back to center ice. He's getting chased by Sievers. And Cooper's going to dump that back down defensive side by Scaria. Picked up quickly by Gregory. He's going to try to dump that down. Not in the hands of Tanner. And back to the lower corner. Changas had a great opportunity there to put some pressure on, but just a defensive side for the Generals. Harrington put that out. Back in the hands of Tanner to the high side point. Poke check by Sievers to keep that beyond the blue line, but they didn't get an offsides call there. Wasn't seen. Huge shot by Gregory just over the goal for blue. And back around, Gregory's going to go to the lower board. He's going to pick that up. Puts a little pressure at the center. Picked up quickly by Tanner. Tanner has some open ice. When he does, he takes the opportunity himself. Everyone's coming right behind him to try to take it away. Sievers puts Tanner into the wall. Keeps going. Tanner fires one. Had Christian low. Just missed. Outside the crease. Picked up in the hands of Sutton. Great poke check by Tanner. Tanner's fighting for it with Gregory. Tanner comes away with it. Tries to send that back to Christian. Christian's going to send that down. White's got to come off. Back in the hands of Sievers. Gregory's going to look off the board. And Mitchell is there to take that away for White. Mitchell tries to go to center. He's got Weiss. Weiss dumps it down low too quick. He should have held that for a little bit longer and used the backhand to give to his other two players on the same side of the ice. All the way back up. Beck picks it up. He's going to advance. Has a shot on goal. Blocker saved by Cooper. And back around to his other brother. Cooper takes it to right side, opposite side ice. Right through two Generals down to one. Tries to go to the backhand. And what do we get? Did you score that one? Is that in? Cooper scores his second goal of the evening. Took it right through the whole entire defensive side of Coleman and went through the 5 holes and score. Cooper scores his second, 8-0, Jens Harrington, 59.
Delayed penalty. Okay.
I think you have too many about Why are you arguing?
6 players for Coleman. Thanks, David. Delay game on blue.
Which player? 2? Yeah, he's another yeah. Wait. Okay, hold on. Is he serving for? Instead of 2? Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. We're working on it. 34 is still with a hook though, right? The 34 is still with a hook. Yeah, just for that. Okay. But it was not, okay, yeah, because it's delayed. All right, okay, we're good.
All right, Jens Harrington's going to go on the power play for 1:30. So Saxon over to Sellers. Sellers going to go, has an opportunity down low, just wide right. Sumner's in the lower board, tries to send that back to center, and he does. He connects with Sellers with a poke check there by Chase for blue. Morrison is there to send it back beyond the boards. Picked up by Salamone blue. They go to center with Gregory, just not in time. Picked up by Pearson. Pearson connects with Saxon. Saxon takes that around. Poke check by Salamone. It's going to go to the lower side there by Saxton, trying to regroup. And he does. To the high side point to Pearson. Pearson sends one right off the stick and into the hands of Hobbs, which goes ahead and covers. 7:45 remaining, and 30 seconds remaining to serve here on the power play for the Gens Harrington. And we're going to still have a running clock. We've got Harrington, Davis, and Bass with Tanner and Smythe on defense. Harrington with the face-off win to the corner, picked up by Davis really quickly. He dumps it down to the lower board. Harrington is down there with Sievers. Sievers are going to counter that back over to Walton. That's going to be sent all the way down, stopped by Hobbs, by Smythe. And Sievers going to pick that up and go to Coleman. But right off of themselves, Harrington has an opportunity, sends it all the way around. Opposite side, picked up quickly by Tanner. Tanner goes to Bass. Bass is reading. He's going to send that down low. Scaria picks it up. He's going to go up the board. Stopped by Bass. Picked back up by Scaria. Beck is going to go try to take it. Poke check by Davis. They're going to send it down low. Picked up quickly by Sievers. Sievers goes to the middle. Davis is there. He's going to send that down. Back check there by Orn. He tries to take it, and it's Davis, and up and out of play. Cooper, Christian, and Weiss on the front with Pearson and Mitchell on defense. Cooper loses the faceoff quickly over to Walton. There's a shot by Gregory, denied by Cooper, and back around on the backhand side. Cooper's got to get back in the net, and he does. Walton in the lower board. Weiss misses. A shot on goal by Salamone, wide right. Mitchell's there to return the puck, and that's going to go all the way down. Not enough for an icing call. Salamone sends that to the opposite side ice. Pearson is there. Cooper's going to send that right off the glass, but Weiss sends it the wrong way. Back in the hands of Walton. Great poke check by Pearson. Walton picks it up and goes to the opposite side ice, right off of Gregory's stick. High side point. Chase sends one down right to the middle. Defensive side there by Cooper. And back around. He is all butterflied all over the place. Double save on his side. Picked back up all the way down. Icing called. Generals white. Face-off went quickly in the hands of Coleman. Coleman goes lower point. Huge save by Cooper from Farrell's rocket. Saxon send one's over. Right off of the Sumner stick, right in the high side point from Scaria. There's a stick save all the way on the backside. Beck puts some pressure on Harrington. There's a whiff by Saxon, recovers by himself. And that goes all the way down. No ice. Picked up quickly by Orn. There's a hold by Saxon, sends one way over top of the goal. Orn puts a nice forecheck right into Harrington. Sellers goes right through. Coleman with the shot there, specifically from Bo Orn, and denied by Cooper. High side point by Scaria. And that shot went right into the hands of Sellers and into his glove. Play will stop and we'll face off in our defensive zone. Davis on center for Jens. Davis with the face-off wing, comes opposite side over. That's going to be held by Sievers. Down to the lower board. Tanner and Harrington going back and forth. Tanner through. It's a held there by Gregory for blue. They send that to the high side point, then back to the middle, right in the hands of it. Tanner's going to send that one all the way down. No icing call, picked up by Sievers for blue. Tanner's there to take it away. Opposite side tries to get over to Weiss, but Changus has a stick, takes that away, and he takes it all by himself for Changus. He's going to go down, goes back to center. Gregory misses the shot, and Davis with the return. That's held by defenseman Salamone, and he's going to send that down right behind Cooper. 1:57 remaining in the second. Harrington's going to pick it up. Right behind Cooper, you got Beck chasing. Sends it right to Salamone. He's got to wait. He's got clearance. He's going to take that down. Right to the middle. Poke check, backhand, denied by the defenseman for Harrington. Tanner tries to go over to Davis, but right off of his stick in the hands of Weiss. Weiss is going to dump that down low. No icing call. Back in the hands of Salamone. Salamone's going to dump this down. Harrington on defense right now. He's going to send this one up. All the way down. Salamone's going to pick it up. Send it over to Coleman, opposite side ice. He sends that one down beyond the goal line. There on the corner. They're battling. Got Coleman tries to go to middle. Chase holds that for blue. Back in the hands of Tanner. Tanner goes. He has an opportunity here. He's going to send that one right down. Stick saved by Hobbs. Beck's going to return that one all the way down. Opposite side ice. And we're going to get a icing call on the Blue Gens. So Harrington will have the face-off in our offensive zone. Cooper on center. Cooper with a face-off win. Goes back to Smythe, but returned quickly by Tripp Walton, and that'll end the second period. Gens lead 8-0.
I've seen a lot. I've not seen that before. Which one? What do you I've seen a lot. I've seen teammates baseball so each other.
All right, we're going to start the third period. Smythe and Christian on the front line with Pearson and Bass on defense. Goalies give their hands up, and off we go. Face-off win by Cooper. Opposite side ice into the lower board, picked up by Sievers over to Scaria. Scaria goes back. Scott Gregory. Going to go right off the board. He's going to take his own shot in. Defensive side missed there by Cooper, back in the hands of Pearson. High side point hold by Scaria. Great job by Cooper with the save. A stick pull back in and cover. Face-off win there by Blue. Right off the skate by Bass. He's going to go off the board. Cooper's there off the board as well. It's a big hold by Sievers. It's going to be a hand pass. Call. We're going to get a restart. Cooper again on center. Face-off win goes to Cooper. Walton comes right out of the gate, but countered there by Pearson. Christian goes opposite side ice for Harrington. Shot on goal, pad save by Hobbs. Christian follows through again. An unbelievable save there by Salamone for the opposite side of the net. Sends it back down. Christian comes to the middle. Cooper tries to go through center. Walton is there. Great poke check by Bass to reset. Picked up by Smythe. Smythe over to Bass. Bass got an opportunity here. He sends one right down off the stick of Hobbs and back in the hands of Salamone for Blue. Salamone sends that all the way down. Picked up by Cooper. Cooper does a backhand over to Bass. Cooper's right in the middle. Nobody's at home. They're going to get a line change, but oh, it trips and Christian is there with a shot on goal. Hobbs with the stop. Saxton on center for the Gens. Face-off is won by Coleman. Greg's looking up ice. Sorry, it's Chase. Looking up ice. He's going to go around the board. Countered quickly by Harrington. Salomone's going to use the board there as well with Sumner. Picked up by Coleman. And he's going to dump it right behind Cooper and goes all the way around. Orrin is chasing for Blue. Back with a shot denied by Cooper. Back to the high side point by Salamone. Salamone has a shot. Morrison with the skate save. And Morrison returns that all the way down with one-on-one here with Sellers and Chase. There's the poke check by Saxton. Back in the hands of Sellers. Sellers sends that down right off the stick of Salamone in the hands of Orrin. And Orrin's going to take that right off the skate of Beck. And Sellers is going to dump that back down beyond the blue line. Sumner with the backhand to keep that live beyond the blue line. Picked up quickly by Chase for Blue. Picked up by Orrin. Goes through center to Beck. Beck goes around Sellers, but Sellers comes back for the poke check. Back into the lower board. Beck is looking. Goes to the high side point to Salamone. Salamone back to back. Back shoots in. Stick saved by Cooper. Davis on center. Face-off is won quickly by Walton right through the middle. Changus with the shot denied by Morrison. Back to the lower corner. Gregory picks it up for Blue. He's going to look up, tries to go to center. Denied there by Harrington. Back to the high side points held by Sievers. Sievers has a shot high and wide. Walton picks it up for Blue. Goes around one. Tries to go around two. Goes to the opposite side. Lower board. Goes to the center to Sievers. Great job by Davis. Pad saving over and by Cooper. Morrison at the high side point. Hold by Scaria. Right off of the helmet of Cooper and to the left of the post. Back in the hands of Sievers at the high side point. Great poke check by Tanner. Tanner takes control. He's got Weiss. Tries to go over to Weiss. Gregory uses his hand, sends it right back down to the ice, back in the hands of Severs. Weiss does a nice hold. Severs goes back, sends that back to Morrison. No. Oh, that was an opportunity there that might have gotten away if it just was out of position. Walton was coming right down the middle of that pass. He could have intercepted that quickly, but thank goodness he didn't. No! Shot by Scaria, but Morrison put his stick up and deflection in on the goal, and Coleman gets the score. On shots like that, you've got to allow the goalie to do its job. Face-off is won by Coleman. A return by Christian. It's held by Chase, opposite side ice over to us. Back in the hands of Smythe. And the Cooper to center ice. Cooper to pass to Smythe. Smythe, high side point. He's going to dump that low. Picked up by Salamone. Salamone, opposite side over to Beck. Beck picks it up. Goes around Mitchell. Has a shot on goal denied by Cooper. Huge shot by Coleman denied by Cooper and around. Off to the races we go. Pearson comes out of the box. Does send it around the lower bowl. We've got Christian on the opposite side ice with Coleman. Christian sends one low right behind Hobbs. Hobbs is going to turn around. He tries to cover, but back in the hands of Chase. Chase goes to Salamone. Salamone's looking up ice. He hits Beck. Beck sends that right behind the net. Picked up by Orn. Orn goes around Christian. Opposite side, high side point to Salamone. Salamone's trying to get an opportunity to have a shot. He does. Denied there by Cooper. Christian calls for it. Wide open ice. He has an opportunity. Got to get around two. He's got Salamone coming in the middle. There was a shot there, but denied by Gregory. .7:30 remaining in the game. Sumner's down in the lower corner, picked up by Salamone. Christian puts some heat on Salamone. Tries to take it away, picked up quickly by Chase for Blue. He goes beyond the blue line, tries to get back to Chingus, but not in time. Severs with a backhand over to Walton. Walton over to Gregory. Gregory dumps it down low, right off the stick of Cooper. Harrington takes a whiff on defense. Picked up quickly there and around by Chingus. Harrington comes away with it. Poke check by Gregory. Harrington tries to take it in, but Severs is there to take it away. Severs over to Walton. Great poke check by Bass. There's a shot on goal there. Oh, and it's around right off of Cooper's pad. Chingus with the score. So Coleman come back with their second goal. So it's 8-2 with 6:35 remaining. Sumner, Weiss, and Saxton. Saxton with the face-off win over to Weiss with a quick poke check by Chingus. Saxton and Scaria collide together. Weiss is an opportunity. Backhand in the hands of Saxton. Denied by Hobbs, and back around to the defensive side by Coleman in the hands of Harrington. Harrington sends one down. Right off the backboard. Back in the hands of Scaria. Scaria, oh, Joel is there. Pass to the center. Joe had an opportunity to shoot, and he didn't. Tried to pass it over to Sumner, but denied there by the defensive side for Coleman's team. Walton just kicked that right back into his own defensive zone. And Bass sends that down. Severs picks it up. Over to Gregory. Gregory dumps one down beyond mid-ice, picked up by Bass. Bass goes around Chingus. He's got Walton. He's going to dump that low right into the hands of Severs, and he dumps that right down, back in the hands of Harrington. Got Beck coming through. Up to center ice to Saxton. Saxton puts a little break on. Back in the hands of Sumner. Weiss is in the corner with Sumner. Sumner to Weiss. Off of Weiss to skate. Just not enough. And back behind Hobbs. Blue sends that beyond the blue line, back in the hands of Harrington. Beck right off the glass is going to trip that down. All the way down to the lower board. Picked up quickly by Bass. Bass loses it right in the hands of Orn. Backhand. Bass recollects that from the backhand by Orn. Oh, Beck put Bass right into the wall. Bass will remember that. He'll come back and knows who did it. He's got that in short-term memory. Back in the corner we go. Orn comes away with it, tries to go to center. Bass takes it away. Him and Scaria and Coleman are in the backside. Back to the lower corner, picked up by Gregory. Tries to go to the center crease, denied by Davis. Tanner does a 180 and around, passes over to Christian. Oh, Farrell tries to put some move on the Christian. And quickly back in the hands of Coleman. Up through center ice with Salamone. Salamone goes around Bass. Tries to wrap around there. Denied by Cooper. Backhand by Coleman and denied by Cooper. Did that one go in? Oh, it went in. I take that back. The backhand by Coleman is a score against Cooper through the 5-hole. So Coleman goes up with another score, 8-3 Harrington. .344 remaining in the game. Face-off win quickly by Cooper. He comes right out of the gates, but picked up there by Severs. Back in the hands from Gregory. Gregory over to Coleman. Coleman with a shot. Glove saved by Cooper.
Yeah, it's 5. It's less than 5.
Coleman wins the face-off there. The high side point over to Chase. Chase is going to send that down low. Defensive side by Morrison. Morrison over to Weiss. Weiss has the opportunity. He's going to send that all the way down. It's going to be an icing call. He had Sumner on the opposite side ice, which he could have passed to keep the progression for Harrington, but didn't see it. Cooper again is going to be on center. Opposite side ice, lower board, around the circle. Face-off win goes to Coleman. High slide point to Salamone. There's a shot wide right, picked up by Morrison. Salamone tries to hold the point and is not there. Blue has to come off. Morrison skates in, sends that beyond the blue line, picked up by Salamone. He dumps that down to our side of the board. Right in the hands of Orrin. He tries to kick it, and Cooper goes ahead and returns the puck. And Salamone will be there to pick it up. 2 minutes remaining. Salamone, opposite side ice. Skates it all the way down by himself. Keeps the action. Pearson it back there, battling with Salamone. Salamone to center. Whoa, right through the hands of Beck. Generals, Harrington are on the defensive side. There by Walton. He scoops around one. Tries to do the backhand and is in. Oh, wow. Trip Walton with the backhand score. Coleman 4, Generals, Harrington 8. Let's go, Jets! Saxton on center. The faceoff is won by Blue. Saxton with the poke check. Takes his own. Tries to go around. Chase Davis got smite in the middle. And there's a shot and in. Defensive score by Smythe. Harrington goes up 9-4. Face-off is won by Harrington. Coleman takes the puck away. They go left side ice. Tries to go to center, denied by our defenseman, Mitchell. Back into the lower board. Harrington comes away with it for the Gens. 1 minute remaining. Shot on goal denied by Hobbs. Face-off win by Davis. Over to Tanner. Oh, taken away by Beck. Beck's going to go down with Cooper one-on-one. Cooper denies it. Oh, my goodness. Bo Orn with a top shelf score over Cooper on the rebound off the lower board. It is 9. 9-5. Harrington still leads. 28 seconds remaining. Backhand by Harrington into the boards. Backhand over to Walton. Walton goes down. He's got Beck in the center. Right off of Beck's skate. Goes around the corner. Is held by the point by Salamone. Saxton sends that one all the way down. That one's going to end the game. And Generals Harrington win the game 9-5. Harrington will be playing tonight at 4:55 against the Frederick Victory Red, which is the team we played this morning at 7:25. So the Richmond Generals Harrington have another opportunity to take a chance at the championship game, this time for the CCHL. And last weekend, it was for the My Hockey tournament there in Springfield. As we come together, the Battle of Richmond, both teams give their hands and teammates a shake. And we will be live. What's the time now? 2:55. We'll be live in the next 2 hours. So everybody that tuned in, thank you for watching. Our Generals Harrington, both sides as well, put on a good game today. Great response for Coleman, literally in the last third period, to be able to put up almost 5 unanswered there. So this will conclude the semifinal game, and Harrington advances to the championship game. Stay tuned. 2 hours, we'll have puck drop, and Brian will take